fat in this?
As a skinny person, I'm hoping you all can give me some guidance. Maybe even your unfiltered thoughts on how one should respond to this statement.
It's a remix and I'm coming with that.
Is there even an appropriate response?
What's going on? You're so skinny. That's where I ate croissants, like chocolate croissants.
Is there a right response, a wrong response? Does it depend on that person's situation or relationship? Let's dig in. Ooh, is this video gonna cause some spice? Maybe. First and foremost, no one should ever comment on anybody's body weight, whether that person is voluptuous and packing it in or teeny tiny. It's none of our business. But that ain't how the human world works, and our broken species loves to comment on other people's bodies. Now, in this video, let's talk about the "you are so skinny" comment. Have I in my life ever made this comment to someone before? Yes. Should I have? No. I'm not proud of it. Have I also received this comment in my life? Yes. And I've also received the "you gained weight" comment too. And to be honest, most of the times with these types of comments, I can never even tell if they're trying to insult me or are they trying to compliment me. I don't know, am I supposed to feel good or bad?
I'm fucking confused, bro.
Let's call out the obvious. I am a relatively thin person. Been this way all my life. Even during periods where I have gained some weight, I would have still been considered objectively a smaller person. It's genetics, my dad is very thin and lanky. Now, let's also acknowledge that skinny privilege is very real. Even though a skinny person and a fat person can both be so incredibly beautiful, this world loves to dog on the fat person. This world will treat the same person much differently and much better if they are thin than if that same person is considered overweight. It's super unfair. But this video isn't about all that dark and messy stuff of our world. This video is more of an analysis, if you will, of the interesting responses to "you are so skinny" that one, I've been guilty of saying myself, and it's made me go, ooh. And two, I've seen a lot of other thin, skinny ladies respond to, and it's made me go, ooh. Now, out of all the different responses to that statement, this is the one that boggles my mind the most. Girl, you are so tiny. How are you so thin? I don't know. I eat so much. Like, so much. Oh, really? Yes. Like, oh my gosh, I can't stop eating. Food is my life. I love food. Really? I feel like I hang out with you and you don't eat like that much. No, are you kidding? Oh my gosh, I eat so much. Like for breakfast, I'll have like pizza, and then for lunch, I'll have like big pasta, and then for dinner, I'll have a steak. Like, and I'm like snacking throughout the day constantly. I'm always eating. It's crazy. Wow. Yeah, it's just so crazy. I eat so much food. Good for you. Super lucky. Now here's the thing that bothers me about this interaction. A, if it's true, if you really are just super blessed where you can eat anything and everything and you will not gain a single pound, and you have this miraculous metabolism that so many dream of, like, do you recognize it seems kind of braggy when you respond that way? Especially in a world where, let's all admit, there is skinny privilege. So I'm like, why, if it's true, like, why do you have to just keep emphasizing it? By the way, all of the scenarios I'm gonna talk about, I've probably been guilty of in the past. So I'm not gonna say I've never said any of this. I think I've really said all of them. Or maybe it's because you don't like people assuming that you don't eat, so you just feel very defensive. You're like, actually, I do eat, and this is just genetically how I am. So is it a matter of just defending yourself because people automatically assume like you're just on a hardcore diet? Which, you know, I get that defensiveness as well. Now B, on a more serious note, maybe it's not true, and maybe this person is also using this as a defense mechanism when they aren't eating well, and maybe they are doing some more harmful things to their bodies to, you know, restrict their body weight, and maybe it's actually very concerning. So I won't dig into this topic, but again, like, maybe it's not true. I have no idea. Or maybe you, or maybe that girl genuinely believes that she eats a shit ton of food. Now, as someone who lives with a former football offensive lineman, I definitely think your definition of eating a lot of quantity is different than what a lot of girls will say is considered eating a lot. It's such a subjective stance to say that you eat a lot, you know? But all in all, in a world where privilege exists to people who are considered thin, I don't know. I don't love this response. Let me know if you feel differently. You are so skinny. Wait, really? Thank you. I have been working so hard. Oh, wow, really? Like, what have you been doing? Oh my gosh, okay, so I've been working out like at least 3 times a week, and I try to eat healthy. Like, I start off my days with a smoothie. I try to eat more veggies. Like, I've been trying to reduce my carbs a bit. I've just been working my ass off. I can't believe you noticed. Damn, girl, you do you. This is a response I feel like I've always really respected, because anytime someone has a health goal or a fitness goal that they have worked hard with, having a healthy diet and working out, and they also look great, like, I'm very impressed by and I have a huge respect for. So I feel like this response, whenever someone does respond this way, I'm always like, that's really great for you. As long as they are not harming themselves. Okay, and then there's this one, which I feel like many of you guys might argue this might actually be the worst response. Oh my gosh, you are so tiny. Really? I feel so fat. Like, I've been gaining weight recently. I feel gross. You are not fat. No, I know, but I've gained like 5 pounds in the last like couple of months. And like my belly's been sticking out. Do you see that? Oh, I just feel so fat. Like, I need to stop eating. I just like can't. I gotta say, I've probably said this in my life at some point. Now I try to not say this and be more mindful of this, right? Now, if this person really truly believes they're fat, they definitely have some type of body dysmorphia. Which, to be honest, most Korean girls, actually just most girls in general, including myself, kind of have. It's just the result of being born with constant TV and magazines and now social media just all up in our face. And let's be real, being Korean beauty standards are toxic. Anyway, I really think we all have it to some degree. I said what I said. And even though they sound so freaking ridiculous saying it, because they're so obviously tiny, maybe we can empathize? I don't know. I really don't know what the right response is to a skinny person who calls themselves fat. You guys can let me know. Now, if they know they are not fat, but their just automatic response is like, oh no, like, I'm so fat, actually, like, I gained a lot of weight. Maybe they're fishing for compliments? Like, maybe they want to hear that, what? You are so not fat type of comment, maybe? Like, looking for that type of affirmation. Or maybe they just, like, don't know what to say, and because the go-to response to that kind of a statement is just to not accept the compliment, but kind of dog on yourself. Some people's MO is that way. So they just feel awkward, and that's what they say. Anyway, so you might ask me, okay, Steph, so then when you do get these comments nowadays, how do you respond? Oh my gosh, you are so skinny. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes. I feel awkward. I don't know what to say. I really don't know how else to respond to it. It's like, do I say thank you for calling me thin in a world where skinniness is a good thing? Like, I don't know. I'm always stuck in this place where, you know, I don't want to go to the extent where I defend myself and tell people, actually, like, I eat like a normal person. You know, I don't restrict a ton of my diet. But no, I don't want to share like my eating log and exaggerate of how much I love food and whatever. I'm also super out of shape, honestly, and working out is like a big goal of mine. So I can't really even say like, oh yeah, I've been like working hard, I've been trying hard. That would also be a lie. The way I deal with body dysmorphia has been pretty mild all my life. So objectively speaking, I know I'm not big. And I've seen girls smaller than me call themselves fat. So I'm stuck in this place where I never know how to respond to that. Anyway, that's why I'm just left with this awkward. This was just a word vomit of my thoughts of the intricacies that I've witnessed and observed over my life of the responses to, you're so skinny. So what do you think? Whether you're a skinny person or not, is there an appropriate way to respond to that statement? I'm genuinely asking. I'd love your thoughts. And of course, at the end of the day, let's all work towards loving our bodies, whether you're very thin or whether you're very curvy. You're beautiful. Thanks for watching.